It looks like I'm live. We're just going to verify really quickly. All right. Oh, still catching up. There we go. Perfect. All right. We are live and good to go. Oop, there we go. Perfect. So I am going to have to apologize if my lighting is a little dark. I forgot to recharge my lights today, so I don't have like my front facing lights that also kind of reflect on my mat. And it's a little kind of dreary, dark and dreary today. So, but hopefully, I think it's a little bit better on my desktop, which is what makes the most, which is the most important part. So, hi, Leanne. I'm so glad you're here. Hi, Lee. Hi, Jamie. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hi, Randy. Hi, Let's Craft About It. So glad you're here. Hi, Sue. So glad you're here as well. All right. Let me actually get my little fan on so I don't overheat. Doesn't matter that it's cooler out today. I still always get a little bit hot when I'm crafting. Hi, Crafty Ann. Hi, Wendy. So glad you're here. Hi, Amrita. Oh, hello, friends. My friends from Waffle Flower are here. I'm not sure who is the person behind the name, but thank you for joining me for a little bit today. Well, that's a perfect segue into today. I am going to be featuring some goodies from the Waffle Flower spring sale that's happening right now. I have not created an itemized supply list yet because I wasn't exactly sure what I was planning to feature in full today. So there is a link to the sale in the video description. And then if you go to my blog, I did do a top picks post, which I will link in the video description after the live. It totally slipped my brain to add that link in there. But there's 19 pages in this sale of goodness. So one, grab your favorite cup of anything, coffee, tea, soda, water, and take some time to peruse the sale because it is lots of goodness in there. And then with my shopping link or my code, which is just my name, Leah Lawson, all of that information is in the video description. It gives you an additional 10% off. So instead of 15% off, it's a 25% off spring sale. So there's a lot of Postage Collage goodies in there, which I added in my top. And then there are some of the nesting Postage Collage pieces in there. And I bought those a while back and I have never created with them. So you all know my mantra, if I buy it, I use it, right? So I'm finally getting the chance to use it. So I have never used these stencils before. So we're going to learn them together and have a whole bunch of fun. I grabbed a couple sets. We might ink blend both stencils, but then only put one card together just based on time. And then I'll finish the other card afterwards because y'all know I'm a little bit of a slower crafter. So, and I don't want to take your whole afternoon. Let me jump in the comments, make sure I haven't missed anything. Oh, Amrita asked me if I cut my hair. I did chop my hair off last week, nice and short. So thank you. Feels much better. It hasn't made static any less. It's so dry here that it is very dry and staticky, but I like it so much better now that it's cut and I got a Brazilian blowout done on it. So super easy. All right, let me see. Hi, Patty from I did hear that Minnesota is super snowy today. And no worries about being late, Nancy. We're just getting started. I haven't even started crafting yet. Hi, Kat. Hi, Laura. Hi, Holly. I'll see you when you're back rebooting your losing my train of thought, computer. Yes, Waffle Flower crafts dies are super, super cute. I'm excited to be featuring them today. Oh, hi. Thank you. Designs inspired by Mac, I think is that what it said. The screen names are so tiny and I have 46-year-old eyes. So sometimes I don't see things completely right. Oh, and Holly's back. Perfect. All right. Well, with that being said, we're about 6 minutes in. I think I have left enough time for everybody to find find me that's going to show up live. And then, of course, if you're watching on replay, thanks so much for joining me. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them in the video comments, and I will answer them as soon as I can. Mac, thank you. All right, let's switch the camera around. Go ahead and put this in front now. Hi, Maggie. So glad you're here. All right. There's that. Oh, give me, there we go. Okay, so these are, I'll flip these over so we can actually see the examples. So these are the elements that I want to feature today. So we have the nesting postage collage die sets. Not sure if I'll use the extra stencil, but maybe. And then we have these two cutie pies that I bought. The party bear. Fun fact, bears are my favorite animal. So, and I think that's a little squirrel that's included with it, which is so adorable. And then the mush love, which has the cutest little, looks like a hedgehog or a porcupine, not completely sure, and a snail and these little mushrooms. So this one's a little bit more fall themed, but I'm okay with that. You could totally make it spring themed if you wanted to. So I think that these guys are so super cute. And I have never, I haven't, yeah, as you can see, they still have their tops. I normally cut the tops off once I use something. So I haven't prepped anything yet today for that. So, oh goodness, let's go ahead and cut the tops off while we are chatting real quick. A little easier access to the stencils here. Yes, I love the party bears. And then I just gathered a selection of sentiments. They're off camera right now. I actually need to up my sentiment game for Waffle Flower. I don't have a ton. So, but I have some fun overlapping ones that are actually featured in the cell as well. So we'll probably access one of those, and I think they'll work really cute with these. And then I think we're going to use this wood grain texture die in our backgrounds. I think it will look cute on both cards. As mentioned, I think I'm going to try to ink blend both stencil sets. We'll probably only get around to die cutting and finishing one card today, and then I'll finish the other card afterwards and feature it separately. So I do have a set of blue light blockers that do have some magnification in them, which I do wear occasionally, but not live because the lenses are a weird color. So, but I do probably need to start using readers as well. So I definitely understand that. Hi, Tracy. Looks like you got everything going. Happy to see you here. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. We're actually going to start with the Postage Party Bear stencil set. So I'm going to grab a grip mat really quick and some cardstock. This is just some A2 sized cardstock here. And then let's see how, okay, so for the bears, I think we have two stencils that blend in the bears, and then one stencil with multiple layers to do everything else. On this one, I don't think I'm actually going to do the candles, because instead of the candles, we're going to do an overlapping word that says happy. And I'm trying to see, I think I can get the bear and the squirrel on the same piece of cardstock. I sure can. So we're just going to leave enough room on it so I have space to die cut it out and space to do that cute little squirrel. Amrita is asking me if I will be at Create this year. And I'm happy to say that I will be at Create this year just as myself. I'm not coming with any company. I'm not teaching at any booth. I am just going to be walking around, chatting, having fun, maybe joining, maybe, stopping and doing some of the Create It, Take It here and there. But I will be at Create, but just as me. So not with anybody else. Hello to my friends from scrapbook.com. I'm so glad that you're popping in to say hi today. Okay, I always like to look at the back of the packaging to let me know what we're doing here. So let me kind of arrange my desk space here. All right, so this is the background and the present. And I want those to be two different colors. So I'm gonna just tape over the present really quickly. And let's grab one of these guys here. So if you are coming to the Create event, find me. I'll be around. I'll be just popping around here and there, getting to do things on my own volition, which is actually really super fun. I actually had a couple of companies reach out to me asking me if I wanted to come with them, and I very politely declined. And they were great about it, because I just mentioned that I really wanted to be able to just kind of do this one on my own, which makes me happy. Okay, so we're going to start with Tide Pool from Concord and Ninth. I'm just going to grab my Concord and Ninth inks today. They're right here next to me, so super easy to grab. So I will mention that in the sale, I don't have them, so I don't have them to feature. But those big blending brushes that are actually pretty similar to this one, but they have the colored handles, which I think is awesome. I think are part of the sale. I'm pretty sure I saw them in there. So if you're needing bigger blending brushes like this, check out the Waffle Flower sale because I'm pretty sure they're in there. Oh, and I love to hear about the good customer service. That is fantastic. I always love that. Absolutely. Amrita, find me. I know it's a big event, but it's not like the biggest venue. So I think we'll be able to find each other. And I am not one to sit and do many of the created tickets just because there's typically pretty long lines and I'm not a line person. So definitely find me. I think that'll be awesome. Okay, what color do I want to do the present? This is going to be a birthday card. So let's see. Let's do pink because we're going to do a red bow because I think this has a bow, right? Sure. Wait. Yes, it does have a bow. So let's do a pink present because that will complement with the red bow really well. So how about watermelon? Oh, perfect. They are part of the sale. I knew I saw them in there. I perused the entire 19 pages this weekend and created my link list that's on my blog. So you should be able to find some fun things in there. But yes, I do vaguely remember seeing them. Tracy Lee is asking me what Create is. Create is an event, an in-person event that Simon Says Stamp puts on, I think it's every 2 years. So, and it's happening this year. It's the first weekend in May. I think it kind of overlaps with April a little bit. Okay, so that is stencil 1. So now we're going to come in and line up the second part of this first stencil, which is basically blending in the lighter tone of the bear. So I am basically just kind of eyeballing it based on the areas I've already blended in, like so. And yes, I don't, if you guys didn't see, SBC Fest with scrapbook.com was last Friday. I was an instructor. So I know I've sent out the replay already and it's on my blog as well. So if you missed it live, you still can absolutely do the projects. I've shared the projects everywhere now in full. So lots of goodness with that. It was a fabulous event. I had such a good time teaching at it. Got my hair, sorry. Got my hair everywhere here. Okay, let's see. What color brown do we want to start with? Let's go with wheat. I think that wheat is going to be a good starting off point. Although I do Yep, we're just gonna go with wheat. I know, and I feel like some of these might be. I know Conquer the Ninth is coming out with all new neutrals. I'm not sure if they're available yet. I don't have them yet. I know some of these are going into last call, but I use what I have on hand. So I'll probably eventually look into the new neutrals there, but we're just gonna go with what we have. So it's gonna be wheat and nutmeg. I am like shedding like a banshee over here. Sorry, I keep getting sidetracked by random stray hair being on my sweater and me and all over the place. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you guys liked my SBC Fest class. It was really super fun. I love how the cards turned out with all the butterflies and sparkle and all that goodness. Good to know, Lee. I should probably look into getting all the neutrals and updating my collection. Did I mention at the beginning of this that bears are my favorite animal? I love them, particularly grizzly bears, which I know people are like, "Blah," but I come from University of Montana. I'm an alum, and we are the University of Montana Grizz. I've seen plenty of grizzly bears in Yellowstone National Park. I just love them. Okay, so there is. Oh, it's starting to come along. It even looks like a bear. I love this. Oh, thank you, friends. Scrapbook.com are so kind to me. Okay, so now we have the bear details and the start of the party hat. Okay, so let's see here. I think I can make sure this gets nice, and let's cover up the party hat because I want it to be a different color. Thanks, guys. Oh, okay. Good to know, Imrita. I did not know they sold out so quickly. So I will also have to wait for a restock. Okay, so we got wheat. Let's come in with nutmeg for the darker shades of brown. Hi, Valerie. So glad you're popping in. No worries. I'm being late. I've only really just got started, truly. So just blending in a cute little party bear here. Trying to decide what color I should make his party hat. So we're going to have a pink present with a red bow, but we've got some party hat details that we need to do as well. So we don't want to forget that. All right, now let's come in with a little bit smaller of a brush and get really in there on the ears, cheeks. I didn't give the bear pink cheeks because I just figured pink probably would not blend over that brown very well. So we're just going with brown. It's getting some little brown highlights on his little cheekbones. Oh, I love that. Yes. I love that you fell in love with them here too. I just think they're so cute. I love their ears. They have the best ears. Hi, Vicky from France. Any thoughts on the color of the party hat, friends? I'm not completely certain what color to do, and I have to blend that in next. Let's see. Okay, let's see. So we have a blue background, we have a pink present with a red bow. We've got little dots that need to get added to it. I could do like an orange. That might be kind of cute. Or red. I don't have many red colors. Oh, I probably have enough red. You know what? I actually think I'm going to go with orange. Sorry. I know I asked the question and then now I'm making my own decision. But I think I'm going to go with a cute little orangish party hat. Kind of pinky orange, I guess. Gonna stick with kind of a normal Leah color palette here. All right, so let's come in with grapefruit first. Yeah, kind of like creamsicle. I'm gonna go a little deeper than creamsicle, but Let's come in with some orange here. Cute little orange party hat. Yeah, that's going to be cute. I like it. Ooh, dragon fruit would be pretty too. I do have that, but I chose orange. Absolutely can't be without shimmer and bling. Okay. Oh, he's coming together. So cute. I love him. Okay. Now we got our bow, which is going to be red. And then we've got our little party hat. There we go. Cooperate with me, please. All right. Oh, we also have his little nails down there. I can't forget those. Okay, let's go ahead and grab, oops, dipping my finger in there. Let's grab the next shade up, which is Sorbet. And let's finish off his little hat. Okay. I love cartoon bears too. He's so darn cute. And then let's mask off his little nails. And we will do a red bow. Next, we're going to use Poppy for the bow. Nice and bright red. Okay. Oh, so fun. Love it. Okay. And then the little facial features and the claws are going to be black. Okay. I will clean my brushes a little more thoroughly later, but for now, okay, let's see. Where are my blacks at? Right here. Okay, they're pretty small areas, so I think I'll use this little tiny brush here. This is a hybrid ink, so it should be pretty good. Should get in there pretty well. Right, and then let's do his little nails. I think I'll be okay. Hopefully I don't mess up the bow. Just kind of dabbing that ink in there as best I can. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate it. I think this little guy is pretty cute. And then we got to do the squirrel to go with him. All right. I'm just going to gently clean this off so I don't make a mess. And let's take a little peek, a little reveal at our adorable birthday bear. And he is so cute. Look at him. I always love it. I love him. Poppy is a very bright color. I agree, Frida. It's just like a perfect pop of red. Okay, now let's figure out, pardon me, of course now I'm getting a case of the sniffles, which is not unusual for me. Okay, so now we have this guy, upside down, which as mentioned, I am not going to do the candles because we're going to ink blend overlapping sentiment for that, but we do still have this cute little squirrel that needs to get done. So I am just going to kind of go in the middle-ish here as best I can. Because I don't think I can, yeah, I think I'm going to need another piece of cardstock for the sentiment, so that's okay. So let's start here. And we're going to do some similar colors, like we're going to do the same tone of background. Actually, I might go one step up on that background to Oceanside and just make it a little bit deeper than the tide pool. I know, isn't he so cute? I love it. I love him. Cutie little bear. So as mentioned at the beginning, this is my first time using this style of postage collage stencils, the nesting ones. I've used the other ones, the standard ones, a lot, and I love those. They're so fun. So this is my first time using this, featuring this option, and I think it's really super fun as well. I love the postage collage trend that started. I think it's really super cute. Okay, so there is our squirrel's background. So that is stencil 1, and then I think we go down here to stencil 2. And I just need to use the background as my guideline. I think that's about right. Okay, how many layers are there on the squirrel? Okay, there's not a ton, so we will be good. So for the squirrel, we are going to ink blend him in spiced cider. I think that is just the perfect color for cute little squirrels. Now I am going to clean this orange brush because it had sorbet on it last, and I don't want to mix the sorbet into the spiced cider here. So just going to put a little rubbing alcohol on my dry cloth and just buff that color out. And then it's nice and clean and ready to go. It's dry enough to use immediately. Okay. Now, come in here with this spice cider. Ooh, that got a little deep right there. Oh well, it's okay. Handmade, not Hallmark, right, friends? Thanks, Frida. I think you turned out so cute too. I love it. I love it, love it. Okay. So there is the start of our cute little squirrel. Oh, look at him. He's so cute. Okay. So then we move, oh wait, to this guy right here. So he does have a little bit of added layers. That's okay. I think I'm just going to double layer this one. This looks right. Yeah. I'm going to double layer this one with spice cider. And just by adding the same color directly on top, it will deepen that tone, but it won't go too crazy. Okay. Thank you. All right. I feel like that's pretty good there. Okay. So let's see how that turned out. Oh, it's perfect. Just a little tiny bit deeper than that first layer. So we went 1, 2, 3. Now we're moving over here to 4. And so this is the ear details and the present here. Okay. Okay, so for this one, we're going to do the opposite of the bear. The present is going to be those orangey tones, and his party hat's going to be the reddish tones. And then, of course, the little details are going to be black. And I think I'm going to have to see if I have a gel pen that I can do the little lights in. The little lights, the little eyes in. I see that they gave you eyes here. But I feel like that would be really fussy to try to heat emboss. So I think I'm just going to try to find a gel pen or something. We'll see. Okay, so first things first, let's grab the not sorbet. Let's grab the grapefruit. Coming back to the grapefruit here, and that is what we're going to blend the present in. Kind of orange on orange. That was maybe a bad idea, but oh well, I've already done it. So we're going with it. And then let's bring that black tone back in for the details. Okay. Put those cute little ears in there. I thought they were really great colors for the squirrel too, Valerie. That spice cider is really perfect for squirrels and foxes, I have found. Okay. Oh, so when I lived in Minnesota, we had squirrels of every color. This reddish, brownish color, gray, black. We had white ones if they were, I think they were called albino squirrels. Black squirrels. I mean, we had squirrels of every possible color you could imagine. Yeah, I maybe shouldn't have gone with an orange present, but it will be a-okay. Okay. Oh, and then so the party hat is just the one color. So I'm going to do a red bow again and then a pink hat because hopefully maybe the poppy color will help that present pop a little bit off of the orange on orange. Okay, so let's see. Trying to put colors away and such as I go because I would make a huge mess if I didn't. Okay. So there is the bow. Love that shade of poppy there. Okay. And then we just have the party hat, and then we got to figure out the highlights on his eyes. What I'm going to do for that. Hi, BK Chester. I'm so glad you're here. Glad you found me. I am almost through with the first set of stencils, but we're going to blend one more. And of course, you can always watch the replay afterwards if you want to catch up. Okay, and then finally, let's grab that watermelon color and finish this little party hat. All right, and it's so cute. So cute. Got a little heavy handed on the party hat, but that's okay. All right, so now, the eyes. Let's see. Oh, he's so cute. So I don't know if you can see him, but there's these two little dots here that are the eyes. Like so. I just think they're too small for me to get anything in there like an embossing tool. And I mean, I do have some gel pens. I don't know how well they work. Let me see. Let me see what I can figure out here. How big are these? I've got fine, medium, bold. So I think that this must be the fine tip down here, I'm assuming. Never even used them. I have never even used these. Okay, let's see. Will it fit through the, actually, will it fit through the stencil? Let's find out. It does. Let's see here. I'm going to see if I can do this. I have never added highlights like this, friends, so hopefully I don't totally botch it. Okay. That seems about right. Okay. See how this... It's not working super well. Well, let's see. Oh, that's not terrible. I might come back in and see if I can make it a little darker. But I just don't want to go over the top here. I might need to work on getting the gel roller to flow a little bit better. So we're going to leave it there. I'm going to probably come back to it and work with the little jelly roller pen and see if I can get it to flow a little bit better. And then I might do a little touch up on those. But they're so darn cute. Okay. Oh, I just love this. This is so fun, guys. Oh, I hope you're enjoying this as much as I do. Okay, let's go ahead and, like I said, I think we're going to end up turning this one into a full card today. But let's actually blend the other one too, the Mush Love one. And let's take a look at that one and bring it to life as well. We're going to go a little over an hour. Hopefully that's okay with you guys. Of course, you can always pop out as needed. Yeah, so gel pen highlights do definitely kind of freak me out a little bit. I'm not going to lie on that. So, but that one wasn't so super bad. And I'll do it when I'm a little less under pressure and maybe try to get it a little bit more. Okay, so put away the watermelon ink. And let's grab I got to see the back of this. Okay, so we have, I think I don't know if it's a porcupine or a hedgehog, but whatever it is, it's cute. We're just going to go with cute, all right? And just making sure I have enough room here. Yeah, white highlights are not so much my thing, but that one was really nice that they gave you the little guidelines. And I think now that it's there, once I get that gel pen rolling a little bit better, I think that will be easy to add a couple more in there. Give me guidelines and I'll try it. If you want me to do it on my own, that's a whole other thing. Whole other thing, friends. Okay, so let's mask this part off here. And for this one, let's grab, we're going to go with powder. We're going to do a real nice light blue background. Goodness. Okay, well, apparently that fell off. So I guess I need to glue those back on. But hopefully I can at least make it work to get this done with my light blue. So be forewarned, that can fall off. Oh, I already don't like that I got splotchy. Okay, hold on. We're going to redo. I don't like the big splotch, and the great thing about it is I have a whole other side, and I was not very far in, so I'm okay with flipping over and starting over again. Did not like that big ol' splotch. Hi, Melanie. Okay, let's try this again. Let's blot that ink, that blending brush off. And let's try this again with a little bit of a softer hand. There we go. There we go. I got a little wily there. It's okay. It happens, right? I think I thought this blue was lighter than it actually was. And these ink pads are still relatively new. So they're still pretty darn juicy. And I just went for it. Okay, so there's that. And then I think let's grab Aqua Sky. And we're just going to kind of add a tiny bit of gradation. But I need to clean this brush because it used a darker tone last. All right, so then let's come in with Aqua Sky, which is just a little bit more aqua toned, obviously. I'm just going to do the shadows in a little bit deeper aqua, like so. And I think that is going to be super cute. Get it on that little nose. Okay, there we go. All right, well, there's the start. So now, okay, I think we have tree and the start of our little... Okay, I want to hear a consensus in the chat, if you will oblige me. Is this a porcupine or is it a hedgehog? I would love to know. What do you guys think it is? I keep leaning towards porcupine, but I keep wanting to call it a hedgehog. So inquiring minds would like to know what your thoughts are on that. Okay. Let's see here. Now, what colors do I want to use for this? I want the tree to be a little darker than the hedgehog himself. Actually, no, because I need this guy to be a little lighter. Okay. So, but I do want the tree to be... Well, I guess we're going to go with nutmeg because that is my deepest shade. Hedgehog. Okay. Good to know. Someone said hedgehog. All right. Do I want the coffee mug to be brown? I don't know if I do. I actually, you know what? Yeah, it's going to be brown, but I'm not... I think the other layer we're going to leave white, and it'll be like a white cup. With, actually, hold on. Yeah, we're just going to go with it. Okay, good to know. Majority says hedgehog. So that is what we're going to go with today. Maybe if someone from Alstonoo is still here, they can let us know. I don't know if they still are, but I guess probably would tell me if I read the product description somewhere. Hi, Mindy. I can see you pop in. So glad you're here. Right. I feel like that is pretty good. Still going, not sure if I want that to be... I don't think I want it to be brown. So I'm going to wipe that off, and I think we're going to come in with a little bit of Dove, which I'm pretty sure is clearancing, but that's okay. I am not too worried about that. And we're just going to do a very small amount of just a little light gray on that cup. Oh, thank you, Mindy. Oh, I'm sorry you're having a rough day. But I'm happy I could help in some form or fashion of that. Yeah, I just have hair everywhere. Please pardon if my hair as it falls into this video, into the screen. All right. Oh, thank you, Avra. I appreciate that. I love to hear that. All right, so here we are. Next little bit. And I am going to treat this like a fall-themed card. So, even though we're really far away from fall, it is my favorite season. Okay. All right, so let's see here. So up here, we're going to grab that spiced cider that we did the squirrel in, and that is going to be the color of our tree leaves. I think that's going to be super pretty in the spiced cider color. Oh, that's lovely. Nothing like doing a fall card at the beginning of spring. Well, I live in Montana. You never know when spring is actually going to be here. Although it has been unseasonably warm here this winter. Pardon me. Oh, thank you guys. I appreciate that so much. Thanks for using my links. That is always super helpful. Okay, let's wipe that guy down. All right, so now we have here and here. So I'm going to come in with that lighter shade of brown. As mentioned, I don't have the new neutrals from Conquer to Ninth yet, so I'm just using the older ones that I just happen to have on hand. Okay, let's see. So let's come back in with wheat first, and then we'll just do a second round of nutmeg over top of his little, I mean, I'm going with porcupine because they look like the little needles, but I guess hedgehog, whatever. All right, so let's come in with wheat and do his adorable little face here, which I love. And his little body, his little belly. Probably should have used a little bit bigger of a brush on this one, but it's okay. Yeah, I know I think we've had some days where we've almost hit the 60s and then we drop back down into cold, 20s, 30s. It's been a pretty wild winter. All right, then let's come in with nutmeg over these little needles. I don't know what they are, friends. Hair follicles. I don't know. Okay. Okay. And there is, I think we have one more stencil on the porcupine hedgehog guy. Oh, he's looking pretty darn cute. We've got his features, his scarf, and of course the cute little mushroom. I'm going to leave the coffee cup white. Okay. So let's see here. Let's grab the black real quick and do the little facial features. First things first. Okay. Oh, his little nose is so adorable. I can't get over how cute these little critters are. They're just so sweet. Okay. Let's get that nice and cleaned off so I don't make a mess with black ink. All right, so then I am just going to block them off. And I'm going to block this guy off here. And let's color in that little mushroom first, which we're going to use Poppy for the mushroom again. And that kind of deeper at the top and just try to fade it out a little. Oh, so cute. I guess I could try my hand at adding some cute little mushroom highlights to that. Probably will not do that live. Just, I'm not there yet. I'm not there for doing white highlights live yet. And then his little scarf. I think I want him to have a pink scarf. So I think I'm going to come in with some watermelon on the scarf. Okay. And let's cover that up. Let's start with a bigger brush. Kind of protect this area here. Come in with the bigger brush first, like so. And then I think I'll just grab a little bit and just deepen just around the edges a little. Okay, this guy is so cute. Well, look at him. Is he not adorable? Goodness. Oh, wait. The scarf has extra layers. Has little hearts. Oh, well, that is adorable. Okay. So let's grab, I'm actually just going to stick with watermelon and just come in nice and deep toned for the scarf layers. I'm glad I saw those hearts. I would have been really sad if I left them off. I love hearts. Okay. Well, that just made the whole thing. He's so cute. Oh my goodness. I just love him. Okay, so hedgehog is done. Hedgehog, porcupine, whatever we're calling them, friends. So then we have this snail and this. So I think I have enough room for both of those guys. So we're just going to do both on this one. Okay, let's see. So for our backgrounds, let's grab powder. We're just going to do a small brush this time and come in with this. I know, doesn't it, Julie? And hi, Julie. I'm so glad I didn't see you pop in. So thanks for joining me today. Thank you, Clara. I appreciate that. Glad you like my colors today. Okay. Ooh, that one got a little deep, but that's okay. I know we're taking a lot of time to ink blend today. And totally understand if y'all can't stay with me the whole time, because we've already ink blended for quite a while. But I just really wanted to feature both of these. They're so darn cute. I'm just going to come in with a little aqua sky just to deepen that little bit of shadow layer a bit. Okay. Okay, hedgehog. We're going final answer of hedgehog. That's fair. Hedgepine. Okay, so that's one. Okay, so this is 2, which is the stencil or this snail piece here. Okay. So for that guy, I think we're going to do wheat, which I will need to clean my brown brush. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to use pebble because it's really light. And I want him to be a little lighter toned here. Okay. So let's just blend him in. Oh, it's kind of got a little bit more of a gray tone to it, doesn't it? That's fine. I am not worried about that. Okay. So there's that guy. And then, you know what? Let's just finish off the mushrooms real quick. And then they'll be done. I'm pretty sure. Okay, kind of made a mess of all my brushes over here. All right, blend in with Poppy at the very tippy top here. You get that little guy too. Okay. Okay. All right, I have a feeling today, friends, will probably run till about 2:30 my time, just so keep you kind of aware of where we're at in terms of timing on this. As mentioned, ooh, I got a little mess there, but that's okay. We're going to cut him away. So we're going to finish blending this guy in, and then I'm going to move over to assembling a card with the party bear, and I'll finish this card just on my own. Of course, I'll share it. Okay, so now we have the cute little stencil, or stencil, I keep saying stencil instead of snail shell. And then we're gonna do, he's gonna have a pink shell. I just fill in the pink shell here, friends. Oh, have a great rest of your day at work, Tracy. Thanks for popping in and joining me while you could. And of course, if you want to finish watching it up after work is all said and done, the replay will be available for you. I'm glad you're able to join me for a bit, though. Okay, that's cute. All right, so then I think I'm going to do a little bit of the same. Oh, I didn't realize there were also mushrooms on the little snail one. Good to know. Okay, so here, come on, work with me. I'm just going to use watermelon again to do the little details on the snail shell. Okay. All right, so we have that. We have mushroom tops. So let's grab that poppy color again. This is the most I have used poppy ever since I got that ink pad. And it's like the best shade of red. So I really should feature it more. Okay, get in here. Okay. Oh, no. Do not need red ink on my pink shirt. That would be a bad call. Okay, and then back for little details, little face details. Right there. Just gonna dab it in like so. All right, just a reminder, whether you're watching now live, whether you jumped on late, or if you're watching on replay, all of the goodies I'm featuring today are part of the Waffle Flower spring sale. So, and if you use my link below, or below in the video description, you'll get 25% off rather than the normal 15% off. And you can either use my link, or if the link doesn't seem to work, there is a code, and it's just my name, Leah Lawson. All right, so to kind of pair these together, I'm going to grab spiced cider for the bottom of the ground, I guess, for the little snail to be on. I think that'll be perfect. Little tie-in to the spiced cider from the tree. Okay. So, okay. This guy has cheeks. So, I'm going to see if my watermelon brush just has enough on it to give him little cheeks. And it sure did. How cute is that? Look. Oh my goodness. Who knew snails had cheeks? Okay, so we have just a tiny bit more of ink blending to do for the start of our sentiment. So let me grab some cardstock for that really quickly. Okay, put this away, and let me grab. We're going to be doing the overlapping happy, which I don't have the packaging for. I got just in a sample pack here. So we have this overlapping happy word. Let me grab a piece of cardstock here. Thanks, guys. Okay, so then let's just give enough room for this. And so we're going to create a card. We're going to finish a card with this today. So put the Mush Love stencils away. I will clean all of the stencils later. Okay, so let's do watermelon. We're going to do watermelon and maybe aqua for the other letters. So let's grab some watermelon ink and do the first start of our letters here. I think these are such fun sentiment sets. Too, and there's a lot of them in the sale. There's quite a few of the overlapping sentiment sets in the sale this time, and I think they've got all of the like standard ones and then the holiday ones as well. So lots of really fun options on these. Okay, so there is that. And then I feel like this has a little guideline for adding this in. Sure does. So you will not be able to see the guidelines, but I do want to make sure I'm getting everything in the right spot. So pardon me if you can't see what I'm doing here. But there are tiny little guidelines to help align these so it will work properly with the dye. And you know, I thought I was going to do aqua, but I think I'm going to pick an orange because I think that will blend better over top of the watermelon tone. So let's go with maybe grapefruit. I think grapefruit will be a good one. Gotta really clean my brush out. Thank you guys. I'm so glad you like the colors. I appreciate it. Okay. I'm gonna get this brush super cleaned out because it has a lot of spiced cider in it. All right, so let's come in with grapefruit, another one of my favorite colors from Concord and Ninth. And later, after I have some lunch, I will create a complete supply list for this card with all of the inks and everything included. So if y'all want to shop, or, you know, if you want to shop for the ink colors, if you don't have them, or if you just handy access for shopping your craft room, I will create a full supply list for that very soon after I end the live stream today. Okay, guys, I think we are officially done ink blending. I know that was a ton of ink blending that we did together today, but I think we are officially done. Let's get some die cutting happening over here. We will do some massive stencil cleaning, or I will, after all is said and done. Okay, so like I said, I am going to set this cutie aside. I'm not going to work on him live. We're going to do the birthday themed guy here. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab the coordinating die for overlapping happy. And let's go ahead and get this one cut. You know what? I can actually trim this down a little ways here. Use that rest of that white cardstock later. And I'm probably going to use a combination of my Mini Empress and my Gemini for cutting everything here. Okay. Okay, let's get this going. Okay, that cut beautifully. Look at that. I just love it. feel like my colors seem a little dull because of the bad lighting in my room today, so I do apologize, but the photos will be 1,000 times better once I take them. And it's a good reminder for me to remember to charge my lights. Okay, we're going to start with this smaller piece here, because this is what I'm going to use to cut out the actual piece of it. Oh, that is being very aggressively magnet. So, okay, there's that. Get this guy cut. And we need to cut some of the decorative edges, of course. I'm probably going to cut that from some glittery style of cardstock. I have a feeling. Anyway, and I love these little extra pieces that it cuts. Maybe if I can get it out of here, because you can use it underneath your decorative piece if you want to. Okay. So let's go ahead and cut out. Hi, Sissy Sue. Thank you. I'm glad you think he's cute. I do too. Let's go ahead and do the circle as well. Okay. I don't know if I'll use all of the frames here, but we sure can. Okay. So, question on the decorative elements. So we're going to use the decorative postage pieces for these. So before I pick, give me your thoughts on if you think we should do like a gold pearl, or if we should do like a ivory glitter. So those are my two options for that, is gold pearl or ivory glitter. Let me know your thoughts on that, and then we will cut them together. Okay, I think that's this die set, right? So they do cut out a frame. Yes, this cuts out a frame piece. So if you wanted to like layer things, you could. You also can just cut them out. I like kind of having, I'm just destroying this packaging. So I like having the images cut out, and then you'll see in here you have an option. So you can cut, you have the inner and the outer. So what I could do, what I'll probably do, is I'll just cut this from a full piece of either gold pearl or glitter, ivory glitter, and then I'll just pop him up inside of that. And same with this. Now you could cut the inner and the outer and then use this frame die to kind of help guide it. But I think what I'll end up doing is I probably won't use those. I'm just going to cut these from paper. I think I'm not going to go with poppy red. That's a little much for me. So I'm going to stick with my normal metallic. I'm going to go with gold. And then we have this cute little happy, because we're going to do a color in the background. Now we're not going to do poppy. I think we're going to do a pink of some sort. But we have a lot of people saying gold pearl. So that is what we're going. I think I'm going to go with gold pearl. I'm going to go with the consensus here. So you have, yeah, you kind of have a couple of options. And I really like this die set for the purposes of cutting out these pieces, because I just feel like you get a cleaner cut that way, which I do like. So then you have the options. You can use these frames. I don't think I'm going to do that today. I'm going to cut these from the gold paper and then just pop the elements up. So these guys I'm not using, but I'm going to tuck them in the packaging because I could probably use them for stacking purposes in the future on future cards. So bear with me real quick while I grab some gold pearl cardstock. and we will get those cut out. Whoa. Just flinging the die set around here. Where did it go? There it is. Let me see if in my little scrap bin, if I have big enough pieces here. I don't know if I do, so I might have to grab those. It's called foil. That's not what I'm looking for. So I might have a big enough piece for the circle. There we go. But I think I need to grab a piece for that frame. So I will be right back with that. Okay, let's see here. Grab this. I think I can just trim this down a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and cut those. So I'll use a little tape on this one. Like so. I don't think that's going to fit, so I think I'm going to have to cut these twice here. And, oh, so darn cute. Okay. And then let's get some gold on here. For this guy. Perfect. Oh, so darling. I just love this so much. It's like he's in a little frame. It's so cute. Okay, so then I do have that fun wood grained background, which we're going to cut, I think, from some pink cardstock. Let's see. I'm not exactly sure where packaging went for this. Right here. Thanks, Anne. Yeah, good reminder. If everybody, I would love if everybody would give the video a thumbs up. That helps it, the reach of the video now while it's on replay for the next, or excuse me, while it's live for the next about 15 minutes. And then also upon replay. So I want to use, I think, chiffon for this. So let me grab that color cardstock real quick. Okay, so that color is going to be our background. And I'm just going to put this lovely wood grain design into it. Okay, so I need my bigger machine for that. So let's get that just kind of nice and centered on here. And I think I'm just going to tape it down. So hopefully it doesn't shift on me when it runs through my machine here. Oh, hey, let go. Okay, do this real quick, and then we can start assembling our card. And I will let you guys go for the day. Okay, so we have our background now. Oh, it is really on there, isn't it? There we go. Oh, look at how cute that is. Oh, I think it's just going to be super fun back behind these pieces. So cute. And the happy. Well, this is just adorable. You know what? I don't think that's chiffon. I think that's the one shade deeper. That is okay. Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put all of this stuff aside. And then, however, I do have these little guys. I don't know if these are in the sale or not. I know that the butterfly themed products from last year are. I'm not sure if these were still available. So, but anyway, it's from the butterfly set or the release last year. And I just thought this would be kind of a perfect little added sentiment to really finish off the sentiment here. Thank you, BK Chester. I appreciate that. I'm sorry I don't know your name, but okay, let's get a card base. Oops, ooh, sorry about that. Kind of got a little off balance there. I'm not sure what's throwing off my color, but there we go. Thanks, friends. Glad you like watching this come together. I think it's turning out so cute. I've enjoyed my first little foray into this different style of postage collage. I think it's really super cute. I am enjoying it a lot. Okay. So now let's grab some foam tape and get this card assembled because I am trying to end in 13 minutes. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. Okay. Oh, it's going to be great with that white mat on there. Thank you guys, Beverly. Perfect. Thank you for sharing that. Now, I may have to ask you that a few times before I get it. So just bear with me on that. I'm not the best at... Oh, I keep hitting the camera. I'm so sorry, guys. Sometimes I'm not the best at remembering everybody's real names based on their screen names. I get there eventually, but... Thanks, Leanne. I know, isn't he so cute? I just love them. I love these little critters. I think I'm going to need more of these stencils. Stencil designs. So this is the 1mm foam adhesive from scrapbook.com. I love the 1mm option because it allows me to pop up multiple elements and I can still get my card in an envelope. Will it require extra postage? Yes. All of my cards require extra postage. It's just the way of life when it comes to me. But I'm okay with that. I don't worry too much about it. I just use the little non-machinable butterfly stamps as extra, and I've never had a card not make it. So hope, fingers crossed that still continues to work. Okay. So we're going to do that. Yep, like so. And you know what? I think the bear needs a little foam tape too. Be a foam tape queen on this. Now, of course, if you want to recreate this card and make it a little bit more post office friendly, just leave off some or all of these layers of foam adhesive and you can just glue them directly down. Oh, I love to hear that, Valerie. I'm in good company. I'm in good company. Okay. G1 here. Oh, girl, this is so cute. You're not going to be able to see much of the wood grain, but I still like the little bit of texture that it adds into the background. So I like that. Let's make sure, yeah, this will be nice and centered here down at the bottom. Let's get a little thinner. A bit thinner bit here. I agree. Chris or Courtney, I'm not sure, but I agree with you. Definitely one of those things that hopefully will make my recipients smile when they open it. Okay. Add a little bit here. They're so adorable. I love these little critters so much. Waffle Flower has some of the cutest images. They're just so whimsical and sweet. I just love them. And I am happy to say that I'm starting to get a little bit more of a handle on my workload. So I am not quite there yet, but I'm working really hard on actually getting ahead. So I don't know if you noticed, I wasn't live at all last week on my channel because I was just crazy busy and bogged down with other happenings. But I'm working really hard on getting ahead, and I think that that is going to pay dividends here soon. I should have used a little bit. I should have done 2mm on this, not 1mm, because I need it to be a little poppier. So we're going to go with 2 layers on this. So bear with me while I do that. Oh, I sure can, Randy. I will make sure that the 1mm, well, it's always, I keep it in like a template on my link lists. So I will make sure that the 1mm foam tape stays in my supply list. Absolutely. Because it is a good one. And they have them in all different widths, and like they have them in thin strips like this, you know, so lots of options for the 1mm. I love it. Love it. And pretty affordable as well. Okay, sorry about the extra time. I should have grabbed 2mm for the sentiment, and I knew that, but I just was using what I had out. Okay, let's center this guy. Okay, so now we need to do the cute little squirrel. He's just gonna tuck in here. Okay. So the squirrel is gonna get a little interesting because I think I'm gonna have to put liquid glue on part and then just a little foam tape, I think, down the side of him. So where do we have him at? Okay. Kind of like so. So let's just add this down the side here. You're welcome, Frida. I hope it helps. Okay, and then let's do a little liquid glue on this side to help glue him down thoroughly. Okay. I'm always happy to enable you to use up your postage. Okay. Tuck this little guy in over here. Just don't want him to be too far off the card. I also don't want to cover up too much of the bear. That might need an extra layer of foam tape as well. Dang it. Thought I was good, but apparently with the added bear tag, I need 2 layers. So this is where 2mm would have been better to come in on some of these. So buy both options. Let's try that one more time. There we go. And then finally, we have our little finished part. Happy birthday. Okay, you know what? Let's see. I don't think I can pull this back up, so we're just going to have to go with it. Feel like it's kind of covering up some of the word happy, but we just got to go with it, friends. That's what we got. Okay. So we'll just put it right here at the end. And I still think you get the gist of what the word is, right? You can still see happy in there, I think. Okay, we have just enough time. Let's add a couple of jewels to this card. Okay, let's do, gotta find them. Let's do to my go-to favorite these days, which is the Aura AB Jewels from Small Binders. Okay. So darn cute. Okay. So I think the bow needs a jewel. Like so. Same with the smaller bow. Let's see. I agree, Lee. I kind of would have maybe liked to have shifted the word happy up, but it worked out in the end. All worked out. And then party hat. Oh, party hat for sure. And then, ooh, hey now. Stay in your lane here, friend. Okay, that's just darn cute. And then I think we're gonna do we want one on your party hat? Yeah, might as well, right? Bling out the party hats here. And then finally, we're gonna do like a little trio. Maybe down the Y and down the, oh, and maybe up the H. Yeah, I think that'll be cute. That is too big. So let's start here. So we'll do that and then two small guys. We'll do the same thing over on the Y. Ooh. Like so. And then we're going to do that over here on the little Y to finish that off. And then I think that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's not odd, so I might have to find one more place to put a jewel. Okay. All right, where else could I put a cute little jewel? Maybe on the end of the birthday sentiment? Let's see. That one's too big. Oh. Well, you know what? It's there. We're just going to leave it. Perfect. That's what I'm going with. Well, there is my cute little card, my cute little bear party card. And then, of course, I will make another card with the Mush Love set. And I'll do that later on, probably today or tomorrow, and get that guy finished and photographed. And I will share it soon. But that's my cute little birthday bear party card. I hope you enjoyed watching these two things come together. I am going to switch the camera back around to me. Leanne, you're so funny. It's my own written rule about jewels. They have to be odd numbered. I just can't. Occasionally here and there I might let it slide, but for the most part I can't do it. All right, well, thank you guys so much for joining me today. Anne is asking me if I have a shopping code. I do. It's in my video description. Actually, you can just click on my sale link in the video description and it should give you the full 25% off. But if it doesn't, for some reason, if you're not seeing the full 25% off with that link, my code is Leah Lawson, all spelled out lowercase. And I do have that in my video description too that you can copy and paste. So check out my blog, leahlawsoncreates.com. I did do a favorites list from the sale. As mentioned, there's 19 pages of product in this sale, this spring sale. So take some time, check out all of the things, lots of cute postage collage stuff included in it, really fabulous dies, sentiments, all the things. So this is a 10-day sale. but of course things could sell out. So be sure to grab your favorites as soon as possible. And of course, I would love for you to use my shopping link. It gives me and earns me a small commission at no cost to you, and also gives you an additional 10% off the sale price. So um, that is everything I have for you today. If you missed it, of course, the replay is available and I would love for you to watch. But I'm really glad you guys joined me. So, a little bit of a schedule change. Going forward, I am moving my Paper Tray Ink Lives to Thursday. So, same time, same place, 1 p.m. Mountain Time. But Thursday just ends up working out better for my my schedule. So I'll be live on Thursday featuring some goodies from Paper Tray Ink. And I might try to work in one more live with some of these fantastic sale goodies before the sale ends. We'll see. We'll see how my schedule works. But other than that, that's everything I have for you today. So enjoy the rest of your weekend. And hopefully I will see you guys here on Thursday. Bye.